I'm Sade Page, and this is Newbie's Spec of the Week.
Finally get into some spec time. So hopefully you are ready. There is a theme. So it's going to be 2 books today. Just simply because I've been super busy. So I don't want to give, usually I give 3, but yeah, I only got 2 for you guys this week. So yeah, again, I do have to put a disclaimer that I am not telling you to buy this book. I am not telling you to stack this book. I'm not telling you to buy every copy on eBay. You do what you want to do. Nobody on this panel is telling you that either. They never know the spec until it's announced here. Yeah. So let's see what happens here. So yeah, newbie spec of the week. Let's go. You guys ready?
Vamos.
Yes.
Yes. All right, guys. Invincible Iron Man number 10, second print. Oh, geez, wow. Second. Yeah, okay. I don't even want to pronounce that.
What's BC say?
I'm reading his thing. It says second print.
I'm like, poor BC. Fatherhood has really made him go mental.
All right, so it's second print. I forgot to put the D there, guys. So this is the first appearance of Rescue. However, why I'm talking about the second print? Well, there's only 4,500 copies out there.
Shit.
That's it. Raw copies sell anywhere between $10 and $50. No CGC sold. It's got that wild factor in the sense that you could find it in the wild. That's kind of what I'm calling it. This could be something to be on the lookout for many reasons. Well, I've privately and publicly have talked about Harley, Riri, even the fact that like War Machine's still around, like all those characters for street level stuff. I mean, I really do think that Rescue or Pepper or whatever will be around, but I really do think that the second print should get some respect, because if you are one of those people that are talking low print run and things like that, well, you guys know how it works. If for whatever reason she shows up, and if for whatever reason, she has a big role in, say, some of the Riri stuff, I mean, her appearances will go up. But then people will also look to the second print, right? Because of just the low numbers. So why not? It happens in a lot of the other books for Iron Man specifically. So why not? Just curious to get your thoughts, people.
Now that I know this, I didn't know it was only 4,500 copies. And that's almost an exclusive amount of copies out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, look, definitely see potential here, especially with, like you said, we got Riri Williams coming in, all that stuff. So I don't think she's gone anywhere. Like, do I see her being Rescue in the future? Maybe, man. Maybe she'll help out Riri at one point. Who knows? But I see where you got your idea.
Yeah, and I've kind of spoken to you guys like privately about like Riri. I'm obviously high on Riri. I'm big on Riri, but just the fact that like some people just think like, oh, it's just gonna be Riri and that's it. It's like, no, I think she's gonna have some people along the way. Like say you're War Machine, like say you're Harley. That's why I'm really big on Harley. I really do think that Harley has a big future. But at the same time, I think that Harley, Gwyneth Paltrow might have something to do with it, because I talked about it when we talked about Iron Man 120 with Justin Hammer.
Yeah.
I had said, she still runs Tony Stark Industries, right? Like she's still there. She is the wife of Tony Stark. So like, they might just kind of give her one of these shows to kind of just, I don't know, do something with Riri Williams. Like I just think that everything circles back to Riri, but we all know how it works. The character shows up, even for a short period of time, and it does have a spike. And like you said, BC, you just found out that it's got 4,500 copies. So that's
dude. But even like forget the second print. Even if you find the first print, it is a good spec based off of what you're saying. Because when you think, example, Riri, you got a young girl, right? She's gonna be taking on this huge role. You got to think the supporting cast, right? Like who's gonna be there to be there with her. And this is definitely a character that I could see 100%. Like you said, there's your guy Harley Keener there, whatever his name is.
That is correct, Harley Keener.
Yeah.
Which I you know how much I believe in that character? I'm sending my copy to CGC.
Wow.
That's how much I believe in the character. I just think he has a. I just think there's something there with Harley, man.
I mean, look, there's many funerals in the future for him to stand, and look pretty on in the future MCU movies. So I'm sure he'll have his role.
Holy crap!
Listen, is this the same? Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Is the first print the one where it has like Iron Man lying down and there's like a secret cover where there's like the Iron Man mask on him?
Yes, that is the one.
Okay, yeah. So I do actually have the secret cover for the first print. I don't have the second, and I think
the secret is, I don't know if it's a secret or if it's one, because I remember there was one on My Comic Shop, like I want to say like around Christmas time, and it sold for nothing. It was a 9.8. It sold for nothing, and I remember the description of it saying it was like a 1 in 500 or something like that.
It's not no, those aren't 1 in. You're talking about like that the cover that I described to you.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a 1 in 500.
Sketch.
It's not a sketch. It's basically.
I'm gonna find it and then I'll let you know which one.
Yeah, it's like because the regular cover has Iron Man, Tony Stark without the mask, and the alternate. We'll just call it secret for now, but it might be like a 1 in 10 ratio or something. It has the Iron Man mask on it. It's like what like how you'll see nowadays, like when
I know which one. Yeah.
Where they'll do.
Yeah.
So I do have that cover, but I think what makes it special is I think this is like the actual first cover appearance of the armor, the second print.
This one, the second print. Yeah, I think so too.
So, yeah, I mean, obviously, if I find this in the vault, I'll grab it just so I can go along with my first print. But
I think you'll be able to get this even cheaper than $10 to $50 in the wild. $10 to $50 was like eBay and online prices.
Yeah,
I think you could really find this because let's be real. I mean, outside of me and like maybe one other person that I can think of, like who's really picking up Iron Man shit? Iron Man is not the, 9.9 out of 10 times you're not going anywhere near Iron Man for a while, right? Like you're not getting to that eye section in the back bins for a while.
Yeah, it's just finding this in the wild is just another story. And I mean, just the number that you put, 4,500, that's not exactly a high print count. So to find this,
man,
you kind of have to be a bit lucky to find this in the wild. It does happen. It does happen.
Look, I'm going to quote one of my favorite fictional characters, Harvey Specter. I make my own luck.
Yeah, no. That's the thing. Like,
I think that's
like I've had luck on second prints that I thought were hard to come by, and I found them in the wild. So, who's to say you can't find this one? I'm just saying that it's not like if you do find it, consider yourself lucky, because this is not something that you're gonna easily just find in backbins.
I'm glad I could introduce you to this book. All right, has anybody realized my theme for today? Like, does anybody want to take a guess? Don't all answer at once, please.
Hold on, you're asking what we think your theme is?
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's Iron Man.
Most of the time, get the fuck out of here.
Wait, we just did one spec and we're already talking about a theme?
Well, we're going with Invincible Iron Man number 11, second print.
See, now I can answer your question. Yeah, it's Iron Man.
Because
it looks like the fucking inflatable balloon I just did for my kid's birthday.
Yo, the face looks a little fucked up. I will say that.
What happened to the neck?
Dude, it's like an angle from the bottom. All right,
it's like that guy from 90 Day Fiance, bro.
What the fuck? So listen,
this looks like those Russian dolls. There's like a little doll inside another little doll, and then inside another little doll.
Oh god. Coco picked up Armor Wars 1. Dude, I came across, I think I have a video on my Insta from like last summer when I came across that like quarter box of like all fucking Armor Wars 1, and I think they're still there because it's like close to a shop I go to. I'm pretty sure he's got a long box full of them, so I don't know. But Empire, you are actually right. It has nothing to do with Iron Man. It simply has to do with second prints. So congratulations. So guys, Invincible Iron Man number 11, second print. Now here's the thing with issue 10 and 11. Some people say it's 10, some people say it's 11, right? Like there is that cover A for this that like it's rescue and she's fighting someone, it's like a sky and then there's like writing on the top and bottom. So some people say it's that. But anyway, make sure you cover your bases. That's something that I say all the time. Cover your bases. Why not? Look at what happened with Warlock. It didn't matter which book. They all just exploded. But anyway, Second print, lower print run, close to 6,600 copies of this book. This is a very undervalued book, but again, better odds to find this one than the other one, and especially if this is the one that Market's going to dictate is her first appearance.
Oh gosh,
Then this is a character that, again, I think we could see, anything Riri related, Secret Wars, things like that. 9/8 are selling at $120 Canadian.
I'll be honest. First or second, whether they consider this the full or not, I think that first slide that you showed, I think that's going to end up winning just based on
Cover.
It has a better cover, hands down.
Yeah.
It has.
But
yeah.
I honestly, if anyone does come across this book and they buy it, I'm asking that you send us a photo of you doing that exact pose.
Dude, they're gonna hurt their neck. They're gonna.
I think it's like a down, I think it's just like a down version there. So
it's like fucking turtle, bro. But anyways, yeah, look, great book, weird cover. Totally agree with everybody. I think we're all on the same page about the cover. But yeah, again, it's a character that, like we said with the last book, I totally see it with the whole Riri stuff, 100%. Another book at only 6,600 copies, so.
And again,
if it's an ugly cover, I'll pick it up.
And again, if 9/8 are selling for 120, let's go, like 10, 15%, most people will, negotiate with you. So, I mean, you could probably get this for, let's say, 100, 110, right?
Yeah.
But we all know the deal, man. Like, once she shows up, if she shows up, right, which I do believe she will help out Riri at some point in whatever Riri does, a character just has to be relevant for a little bit. Look at the stuff that we talked about on that. Is it failed spec, right? Like, we talked about stuff that was on WandaVision, on Loki, on things like that. And all that stuff did spike. We had the prices where it was like, hey, during the show, this thing was like $300-$400. Now look at it, right? So again, just a character that's been around. Why not? They gave Scarlett Johansson some respect and gave her a solo movie. I don't think Gwyneth Paltrow will have a solo movie. Not at all. But if she shows up and she fights crime or whatever the case may be in that armor with, say, like Riri, bro, this thing in a 9/8 will literally be a $350 thing.
Yeah, no, for sure. But it's gonna be one of those slabs that, like, when you have all your slabs displayed and you're showing your friends, you're like, so here, look at this, I got this one. And then when you get to this one, you'll be like, okay, so let's go to my kitchen.
Yeah. This is the one that you'd probably still keep in that box that CGC sends you in.
Yeah, it's like
you got one more in there. No. It's
But yeah, no, dude, it would extremely blow up the way you just said it. 100%. No, solid picks, dude.
Right. So Empire, I'm glad you picked up on what we were doing there with the second print. That was the theme.